Hey, today I'm gonna reverse engineer a golf swing for you and make you better. And how do we take this machine and this tool and strike that golf ball? So let's reverse engineer this process with me. So what's the most important moment of a golf swing? Well, it's the moment you strike the ball. It's the contact, it's the strike, it's the speed of the head, it's the angle of approach, it's the club impacting the ball. So I've got to reverse engineer the most important moment. The goal is to get the club to impact. We got to get there consistently. So I need to reverse engineer a consistent way to get this tool with this machine to impact. It needs to be simple. It needs to be repeatable, and it needs to not break the machine. Like I don't need to do something that hurts the machine. I want to find the simplest way to use this machine and this tool to get to impact. So now I'm going to set the club. I'm going to get very close to my impact position with my body. I'm putting the club on the impact plane. All I got to do now is leverage and hit it. So I'm going to leverage and hit it. Right? And now here's where motion comes in. I'm going to put the club down for this one. Let's talk about this mechanism, right? Motion. Well, wouldn't it make sense? Because remember, part of this equation was keeping it simple, less stress on the body. Well, look what happens. When I position my body correctly, I can eliminate rotations. What do I mean by that? Well, look, I'm already in my tilt, so I've eliminated some tilt that I needed. This hand now is in a non-rotational position. Have you ever skipped a rock? Well, what if I said from a conventional golf swing, skip a rock, you'd be like this, no tilt, and you'd have to rotate the arm, right, to skip a rock. In a single plane, we're already tilted. This hand moves non-rotationally. This is the lever, right? This is your lever. And it's gonna move back and release without rotation. And it goes like this. And that's how you swing a golf club. It's non-rotational. So now, because of the engineering of my address, my lead hand position and my trail hand position, I have now engineered a golf swing where I've eliminated rotation of this hand. How much easier can I make this, right? Okay, let's do it with the lead arm. This arm is a mechanism, and it is basically the only straight line you're gonna have at impact, right? This is controlling the direction of the lead of the club. So the mechanism, based on that science, this mechanism controls the face, right? This doesn't control the face, this controls the face. So I've got to get this matched with the tool, the face. Well, but I also want to make sure it moves as little as possible and with as little effort as possible. Very simple to do. Based on my engineered address position, I basically look at this, max rotation. It's in its max rotated position right there. I can't go any further than that. That's a beautiful thing. Because what happens now from here is that when I take the club and I leverage the club, this is called radial deviation, I can go to my max rotation. Boom, max. Leverage, max. So now I leverage and go to max position. This one's not rotating, remember? Okay, so now watch this golf swing from that exact perspective. It's based on engineering, not what does Tiger do, what does Rory do. They all have elements, by the way. They all have amazing power and speed, there's some beautiful things in their swing. I don't ever criticize those guys' golf swings. They're amazing, but they could engineer them a little more simply, right? So let's look at how we engineered this. Look at it from a science perspective. I've got to get to impact. I've got to take this body and this tool and get to impact. Well, I'm going to put myself into an impact tilt. I'm going to put the club on the impact plane. I'm going to put the levers, the things that produce speed, in a max position where I can't screw the face up. I'm put this non-rotational. Now all I'm going to do is leverage and hit. And so it's all on plane, it's all lined up, and look at the tilt on my body. And that is how you build a golf swing that is fundamentally built where the body, the mechanism, matches the tool, which makes hitting that thing easier because it makes impact easier, and now you got to train that, right? And there's more to talk about in the motion of the mechanism, but I wanted to give you some basic detail on why, when I saw the single plane swing for the first time, when I watched Moe for the first time, when I saw this thing in person, I knew enough about the complicated motion of a conventional swing, because I had trained it for years and years, that I knew that Moe had figured out how to match this club to this mechanism because of however he figured it out, Moe figured it out. That's why I believe and I know that this golf swing is the easiest way and will always be. In the future, this will be the golf swing of the future. Why? Because unless you change the human body's design, you're not gonna be able to change the most ideal way to move it. Thanks for joining me today. Click the bell icon, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video. Thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video.